So, these are the symptoms of Asura. We have already discussed the characteristic of divine nature and the characteristic of demonic nature. In the Vishnu Puran, this is also confirmed. Do bhutasabdo loke daiva asura. There are two kinds of people all over the universe. There is Asura Loka and Deva Loka, planet. So, Deva-Asura fight, that is going on perpetually. Deva and Asura, demonic nature and divine nature. There are many people, they do not like us. Because we are preaching God consciousness. This is our fault. Even in our own country, in India, the government do not like us. Because nowadays, everywhere practically, the demonic people being very much increased, the government is also demonic. So they do not like people in divine nature. They will tolerate all kinds of noise, barking of the dogs, motor car passing, the aeroplane on Godhead. But as soon as there is Kirtan, they are disturbed. They will tolerate so many different types of noise, but they will not tolerate Kirtan. That is from the very beginning. In New York, when we started this movement, so in the morning at 7 o'clock, we used to hold our class. And there was little sound immediately. The tenants from upwards, they will come down and complain. Sometimes they will call for police. And on the street, 2nd Avenue, there is always big trucks and motor cars going on, heavy sound. Then in your country, the garbage carrier sound, the digging sound, so many sounds, they intolerate. And as in Hare Krishna, they intolerate. This is demonic. This is demonic. They will not hear, because that will do good to them by hearing. They will not accept. It is practically experience. I know that the ghost, if you go in a house ghostly haunted, if you chant Hare Krishna mantra, they will go away. They cannot tolerate. In my life, there were several incidences like that. In my household life, I was doing business in Lucknow, so there was one house, very big house, worth 1,000 rupees rent, but it was ghostly haunted. So, nobody would take that house. I took it at 200 rupees. Very big house. And all the servants, they complained, sir, there is ghost. So, I was chanting. he was living in several spots, especially on the gate side. So I could understand, but I would chant Hare Krishna. And I was safe. Everyone was safe. And in 1969, I was guest in the house of John Lennon in London. So there was a ghost, and it was a big plot. There was a guest house. So they complained, sir, here is ghost. So I advised them to chant Hare Krishna, and the ghost went away. Yes. This is fact. When there is Hare Krishna chanting, these ghostly, demonic, living entities, they will not be able to stay there. They will go away. So, two classes of men, demonic and divine. So, divine nature has been explained in various ways from the very beginning. Now Krishna is explaining about the demonic nature. The first characteristic of demonic nature is they do not know what should be the pravritti and what should be nivritti. Proper and improper action. Improper action is mentioned here, beginning, that na sauchamanati chachara, not cleanliness. Cleanliness is essential. Cleanliness is next to godliness. In India, especially in the villages, you will find cleanliness. He has got one cloth for what is taken. One cloth, not very white due to dirt, it is black. But that one cloth should be washed daily, still. One cloth. They will take one napkin and wash the cloth, and India, tropical climate, here also, and spread it on the floor. Within 5 minutes it will be dry, and then change clothes. And early in the morning, even in chilly cold, they will take bath, taking water from the well. And nature's arrangement is, if you take well water, it is hot early in the morning. Early in the morning, it is not very hot, but it is warm. You can take very easily your bath. So they do that. This is called naimittik. Naimittik. Nitta naimittik. Nitta, this is daily affair. Taking bath. Go early in the morning to evacuate, then wash your hand. Not require soap. You can take the dirt from the earth and wash your hand nicely. Then take your bath and change your cloth, wash clothes. Then go to some temple. Still this system is current. And see Arati, Mangalarati, chant Hare Krishna mantra, ring the bells. In every temple, such arrangements is there. Then come at home and do your duty. the businessman. In the shop also, they cleans everything very nicely. Even the scale, weighing scale, they will wash every day. This is required. Saucham. Sattam saucham. Sama dhamma. Titiksha arjava. Astikam. Jnanam vijnanam. Brahma karma svabhavatam. One should be truthful. Truthful means that he should be so much truthful that even his enemy asks him, where is your money? He'll say, here is my money. He'll not hide anything. That is truthfulness. Of course, in this age, it is very difficult. But these are the items to become truthful, controlling the mind, controlling the senses, samadhamma, titikha, tolerance, arjava, simplicity, then astikam, firm faith in the shastra, scripture. Just like Bhagavad-gīta is scripture. So, firm faith, Krishna says, Manmana bhava bhakta, madhyari mang namaskuru. You simply always think of me, Hare Krishna. Not difficult. Baba, Krishna has given you the tongue. Every one of you can chant Hare Krishna. Where is it? No expenditure. But great gain. You become highly elevated gradually by chanting Hare Krishna. Now Krishna says personally, Manmana, always think of me. Not only that, anyone who is thinking of Krishna always, 24 hours, Krishna gives him the certificate, the topmost yogi. Yoginam api sarvesam madhukata antaratmana sadhyavan bhajati ruma samejuktatam. So Krishna says, this is called theism, believing in the Shastra. Any Shastra, it doesn't mean that simply all Shastras, according to time, circumstances, people, there are different Shastras. The Bible is also Shastra, Quran is also Shastra. As much as they are spoken according to the time, according to the circumstances. In the Bible, the first injunction is, thou shalt not kill. This means the people in those days, at least people who are around Christ, they are very much expert in killing. Otherwise, why he says first, thou shalt not kill? So this injunction must be followed. Unfortunately, they first of all killed Jesus Christ. You are speaking, thou shalt not kill, I shall kill you. Just see. This is the position. So, what is my fault? You want to kill me because you are speaking of God. Therefore you shall kill. And actually it actually happened. This is demonic. So, there are many other instances. Prahlad Maharaj, 5-year-old boy, he was chanting Hare Krishna. His father did not like. Why you are chanting Hare Krishna? Because Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Krishna Supreme Lord, I am Supreme Lord. Do not do this. So the boy will not give up. So the father was even prepared to kill a 5-year-old boy. The fault was that he was chanting Hare Krishna. He was given poison. He was thrown into the fire. He was pulled from the hill. He was very powerful king, and whatever he ordered, the servant carried out. But he was saved in all circumstances by Krishna. So this is demonic nature. They will simply try to suppress Krishna consciousness movement. Because these symptoms are there, na sauchamana pichasa, na sattam tesu vidyate. There is no truthfulness. They do not know what is ultimate truth. Sattam param dhimai. The ЩrīmadBhāgavatam, the beginning is Sattam param dhimai. Janmadasya jataha. The absolute truth. I am meditating upon the supreme truth, absolute truth. What is absolute truth? Janmadasya jataha. From whom everything has come into existence. That is absolute. So what is the nature of that absolute truth? It is a dead body or a living body. There are two things. Something dead and something living. So, what is the nature of the absolute truth? So that is reply. Janmadasya jata annayam itaratascha arthesu avijñam. Avijñam means cognizant, living. The absolute truth is not dead, it is living. We are pushing forward this theory. The modern scientists, they are of opinion that life comes from matter. We say, no, life comes from light. Matter comes from light. This is Satyam. I do not know how they gave Nobel Prize putting forward a false theory that life comes from matter. The matter, why don't you produce life in the laboratory? Matter is there, chemicals are there. You mix them and produce a life. When some such chemist is inquired whether you can produce life if I give you the chemicals, they immediately say, that I cannot. Then why do you speak like that? So this is asuri. If they accept that everything comes from the living being, then they will have to accept God. So they want to avoid this. Everything matters. But that is not the fact. Origin is life. That is explained in the Bhagavad-gītā. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhava. Aham, Krishna is life. It is not dead matter. So, now, what to speak of Krishna, you can, if you think of yourself, this material body, how it has developed. Such big body. Because the living spark is there. The gigantic material thing grows on the basis of spirit soul. We can understand that. The spirit soul is the basis. Our body, very small particle, spiritual particle, takes shelter in the womb of the mother, and gradually the living spark develops this body. That is our practical experience. And if somewhere or other the living spark is gone, suppose a dead child is born, it will not grow, it will not change. So, this is very simple thing, that on this living being, the matter grows, not from matter living being comes in. So you have written a small pamphlet in German language, it is already published. People are very gladly accepting reading this book. What is the name you have given? No, German name? So, nasattamate vidyate. The demonic people, they do not have the truth, only on false theory. The Darwin's theory, we have commented upon Darwin's theory also in our book, Scientific Basis of Krishna Consciousness. Dr. Swarup Damodar, Brahmachari, he has written a small booklet. He has criticized Darwin very strongly, that he is a speculator. A speculator cannot give you truth. That is not possible. By speculation, you cannot say 2 plus 2 equal to 5. That is not science. 2 plus 2 equal to 4, that is everywhere. And if you speculate, no, 2 plus 2 equal to 5, or 2 plus 2 equal to 3, that is not science. So, scientific basis means it should be fact, not speculation. Monodharmi. Monodharmi means speculation. Therefore, Shastra says, Harava bhaktasya kuto mahad guna monorathena asato dhavato bahi. Harava bhaktasya, one who is not a divine nature or devotee of the Lord, he has no qualification. Or he is MA, PhD. No. He has no qualification. Why? Now, monorathena, he is simply speculating. He has no truth. How by speculation? Every one of us, we are imperfect. We are very much proud of our eyes. Can you show me? Then what qualification your eyes have got that you can see? He does not think that I have no qualification, still I want to see. These eyes are dependent on so many conditions. Now there is electricity, you can see. As soon as there is electricity off, you cannot see. Then what is the value of your eyes? You cannot see what is going on beyond this wall. So don't believe your so-called senses as the source of knowledge. No. The source of knowledge should be by hearing. That is called Shruti. Therefore, Veda's name is Shruti. Shruti Pramana. Shruti Pramana. Just like a child or a boy wants to know who is his father. So what is the evidence? That evidence is Shruti, hearing from the mother. Mother says, he is your father. So he hears, he does not see how he became his father. Because before his body was constructed, the father was there, how could he see? So by seeing, you cannot ascertain who is your father. You have to hear from the authority. The mother is the authority. Therefore, Shruti Pramana, the evidence is hearing, not by seeing. Seeing our imperfect eyes, there are so many obstacles. So similarly, by direct perception, you cannot have the truth. Direct personal speculation. Dr. Frog. Dr. Frog is speculating what is Atlantic Ocean. He is in the well, 3 feet well. And some friend informed me, oh, I have seen vast water. What is that vast water? Atlantic Ocean. How big it is? Very, very big. So the Dr. Frog is thinking, maybe 4 feet. This well is 3 feet, it may be 4 feet, or like 5 feet. Come on, 10 feet. So in this way speculating, the frog, Dr. Frog will understand Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean. Can you estimate the length and breadth of the Atlantic Pacific Ocean by speculation? So by speculation you cannot have. They are speculating so many years about this universe. How many stars are there? What is the length and breadth? Where is the... Nobody knows anything. Even of the material world. And what to speak of the spiritual world. That is beyond, far beyond. Parastasmatu bhavanya bhaktya sanatana. You'll find it. BhagavadgītāAsItIs. There is another nature. This nature, what you see, the sky, around dome, that above that, there are layers of 5 elements. Again, this is the covering. Just like you have seen the coconut, there is hard covering. And within the covering, there is water. Similarly, within this covering, and outside the covering, there are 5 layers, 1,000 times bigger than the one another. Water layer, air layer, fire layer. So you have to penetrate all these layers, then you will get the spiritual world. All these universes, unlimited number, koti. Jasya-prabha prabhavato jagadanna koti. Jagadanna means the universe. Koti. Many millions clustered together. That is material world. And beyond that material world, there is spiritual world, another sky. That is also sky. That is called Parabham. So, by your sense perception, you cannot estimate even what is there in the moon planet or sun planet, this planet, within this universe. How you can understand the spiritual world by speculation. This is foolishness. That Shastra says, Achinta khalu jivāvā natastarki no jujay. Achinta, which is inconceivable, beyond your sense perception. Don't try to argue and understand it and speculate. This is foolishness. It is not possible. Therefore, we have to go to the Guru. Tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva avigachet. Samitpani sotriyam brahmanishtam. This is the process. But the demands, they do not know. This is the process. They speculate, they manufacture. Simply by jugglery of words, they manufacture their truth. No. Sattam param dhimai. That is in the big Bhagavatam, you will find. And what is Sattam? Janmadasya jataha annaya ditadavasta artheshu avijñā sara teni brahmavida. Everything is there. So, don't remain in the ignorant stage of life. That is called Shudra. Try to become Brahman. That is, it is not prohibited that one cannot become Brahman. No, one can become Brahman. If he gets association of a Brahmana, if he agrees to be trained up by a Brahmana, he can become Brahmana. And Brahmana means Brahma Janati iti Brahmana, not by birth. Anyone who has full knowledge of the Supreme, he is Brahman. Janmana jayati Shudra. By birth, everyone is Shudra. Even if he is born in a Brahman family, he is Shudra. Janmana jayati Shudra. Sanskarat bhavidvija. The sanskar means purification. That is Sattam Saucham. But the Asuras, they do not want to be purified. They want to remain in the degraded state of life. That is the difficulty. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what he is, which family he is born. It doesn't matter. Krishna says, you'll find, Mani Pata Papasritya Jepishu Papajuna. Papajoni, to take birth in low-grade family, or animal family. These are called Papajoni. Krishna said that it doesn't matter if one is born in the Papajoni, low-grade family. It doesn't matter. Then never mind, whatever you are. Chant Hare Krishna and you become purified. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. It doesn't matter whether what you are. Chant Hare Krishna and you will be purified. Then you will understand everything, what is God, what you are, what is your relation. This is Krishna Consciousness movement. Thank you very much.